doing that again. I feel like the camera is so close to me. I don't have anything overly complex planned for tonight's look, so I don't need that much time. My truth in this moment is that I often don't wear clothes in my house because I think it's really important to let your body breathe, especially lower regions or my vagina. So when I'm filming, I have to wear clothes more often than I'd like to. I'm just reading a book on my phone, which I typically don't love to do, but when I purchase all of the hard copies, I just accumulate a bunch of books, which is fine, but it feels wasteful because I wouldn't say like I'm a big repetitive reader. So yeah, this book has been really good. I studied education, early childhood studies in university, so it's really interesting learning about the education system in the 1920s and this school called Summerhill, and it was like a school based in London. Actually, I wonder if it's still a school today. Summerhill. Wow, it is still running today. Wow, this is so cool. This is so cool. Yes, Summerhill School in Leiston continues to operate today, and it affirms that it still follows the core philosophy that it was founded on. Okay, this is a great summary. This is how ChatGPT puts it. The school describes itself as a self-governing community. So each person has an equal vote in the school meetings and an equal right to be heard, which is true, that's in the book, but along with just like voting and how the school governs itself, it basically allows the children to have the freedom to choose what they do every single day. So they have the freedom to go to sleep at a certain time, wake up, attend their classes, which has obviously been so controversial, but it's so cool. The school is now a thriving democratic community, showing that children learn to be self-confident when they are given space to be themselves, which I think is so interesting because in school I did a lot of research on the idea of the education system needing to shift to accommodate the child as opposed to squeezing a child to fit into a jar that was never made for them, essentially, in summary. Yeah, I'm still like early on in the book, but I'm gonna keep reading this. That's my summary. See you in a little bit. I fell asleep for a little bit. I'm hungry.
I was really so sleepy while I was filming this, which has exacerbated my fear about having a resting bitch face, but the truth is I was just really sleepy and I was letting my face muscles relax. but I was happy, and I was actually getting ready for a really special dinner that evening, an event hosted by my beautiful friend Sophie, and that was in partnership with The Conversationalist and also somebody named Remy, who was a beautiful person. And it's my second event with The Conversationalist, and every single time I attend this event, I really do leave feeling so full and slightly afraid and grateful and brave. So a bunch of different feelings all at once. But The Conversationalist is all about creating space for real, sometimes uncomfortable conversations. And honestly, that's exactly what these dinners and these events do. They push me in the best ways. Both times that I've attended, I've ended up giving a little speech, which sounds fine until I'm actually standing up there and my heart is racing and people are looking at me And full transparency, at this last dinner, I completely blanked, like full mind wipe. It was one of the most humbling human moments I've ever had, but it was super important. The thing is though, I always learn so much from it, because showing up even when I'm super shaky is still showing up, and that's something that I'm really proud of. So Sophie has this beautiful way of creating spaces that really makes you want to be braver. And I think that's what community really does. It challenges you to grow in public and to be seen while you're kind of still figuring it out, which is definitely where I feel like I'm at. And also lately I've been thinking a lot about this idea of being cringe and how afraid we are. I don't know if it's generational, but how afraid we are of looking silly or too emotional or too much or too cringy. But honestly, being cringe is super sweet, and I think it's really means that you care, and I think it's funny and bold, and it matters, and I think it's important, and I think we should all be a little bit more cringe, because who the fuck even made up that word and that fear anyways? So don't be afraid to be cringe. Embrace your cringe. I think it's fucking cool that we're weird. And where did I get this from? A podcast. It said we're all really just animals trying to act civil, which is so true. Like, stop trying to act so civil. I think it's weird, and I'm speaking to myself when I'm saying this as well, because I don't want to be cringy, but I am, and I think it's sweet. So this is the beautiful dinner that we had that night, and yeah, just feeling super grateful. I want to give a little bit of context for the beautiful images, and yeah.
Called the Unifier Experience. This table. So much of what his name is
Me and my pads are matching. I mean, how cute though. For pads? Honestly, we should romanticize that shit. Like, they should look like that. They should look that cute. Romanticize the period. My laptop. It's an everyday occurrence. All my laundry sitting out. All my period underwear that I need to fold. Also, they're just laying out like that because I always like ensuring that those things really, really, really dry. But they really have changed my life, quite honestly. Whoa, I'm running. Yeah, that underwear has really changed my life because it allows me to sleep when I'm on my period, which wasn't something that I used to experience. Oh yeah, it's just fine that I'm not sleeping. No, it's not.
I feel like this season in LA has been really challenging and also really lovely as well. But I've just been super intentional and working really hard on building community and also just returning home when I turn inwards as well. Because I feel like I've relied so heavily on the geographical location, but I realized that my connection to a place and to this land specifically could only truly deepen if I stopped repeating the same patterns that this whole time has consistently kept me feeling so distant from it. So I've been trying to allow myself to move differently and say yes to what feels like might expand me, and maybe that also means saying no to things that I intuitively think make me feel small, and to overall just kind of trust that new energy comes in when I make space for it. And I was listening to this video the other day, and it was talking about how it can be so scary to maybe accept the fact that spaces that once made us feel safe can sometimes start to begin to make us also feel small, just because, we've grown and we're evolving, growing beings. And that can be scary for me, and I feel like I haven't really wanted to accept that truth. And that's what this moment is for me. And right now, as I'm setting up for a meditation class, which is something brand new to me, I feel both grounded and kind of terrified, because holding space for others means really holding myself accountable to expansion as well. So I'm really trying to build and facilitate intentional community, and that, means showing up even when I'm really scared. It means being willing to be seen in real time, even when I'm feeling uncertain, but I can remain open. The more that I root myself here in LA, it's sweet that it kind of makes me feel closer to Toronto. And distance, I feel like, kind of has a way of revealing what is so sacred and special about where you came from. And I deeply miss my friends and family, but I think it's scary to accept the fact that I also am building things, relationships, opportunities, and experiences here as well.